Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me at the market site in Times Square, New York City, we have Todd Walrath. He's the CEO of helthcare.com. We're going to take a look at a mobile app for healthcare givers. Todd, it's great to have you with us at market site, and it's just incredible to see how technology is touching every point of the healthcare industry. Tell us more about helthcare.com.
Well, the genesis for the helthcare.com app was really looking at what was happening with caregivers over the last 20, 30 years. Their take-home wages really haven't changed since the early 90s, and we wanted to build a platform that put them front and center and allowed them to be able to select work that was flexible for them, near their location, at rates that were going to allow them to earn a living doing what they love to do, take care of others.
Does it take out the middle person of having an agency there? Is that what helps them make more money?
It does. You know, a lot of the cost within home care is the fact that there's 15,000 providers across the country with very little technology, and our app enables us to use cloud-based technology to source caregivers, credential them, run payroll, schedule them, and deploy them in a much more cost-effective way, enabling more of the pie to get shared with the caregiver themselves.
How would it be different than other platforms that are out there, like a care.com, for example?
Sure. Well, care.com is optimized mostly for babysitters. That's their focus, whereas on our platform, credentialing is very important. It's a core piece of what we do. So if you're going out to work at a skilled nursing facility or an assisted living facility, we're going to be picking up many credentials, everything from TB tests to health screen to background check, license verification. So we're able to kind of bake the quality into the caregivers that we send out by having a really deep credentialing process before we connect them with a family or a healthcare provider.
And that's my next question. How do they benefit, the healthcare provider or the family? Is it more accessible to healthcare having the app?
Sure. So some of the stats, over the next 10 years, we're going to go from 40 million people in the U.S. needing care to 80 million people needing care. And so that you have a doubling of the number of patients, you don't have a doubling of the number of caregivers that are going to be available. So what we're trying to do is really address the caregiver shortage that's out there. If you go to any healthcare provider, the first thing they'll say is labor is our main issue, getting people, retaining them, training them. We get about 10,000 downloads of our app per month. So we have over 300,000 caregivers available. So we think we're doing our part by attracting new workers into this career. And because they get paid about 40% more than they would from the historical industry, they're able to stay in the industry and grow with it over time.
Talk about disruption in healthcare.
Yeah.
Great to meet you. Thanks so much for joining us at Market Site. And thank you for joining me on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq.